Hey, what up everybody? It's your boy Mo, back at it again with another video. Today we're diving deep into something that I know a lot of us struggle with, how not to be so complex. Yeah, you heard me right. Living with a head full of worries and doubts 24/7 is exhausting. It's like trying to run a marathon while carrying a backpack full of bricks. We're gonna try to simplify things, find some peace, and start living more for ourselves. And hey, I'm right there with you on this journey.
Alright, so the first step to ditching that complex life is pretty straightforward: self-reflection. Yeah, I know, it sounds kind of boring, like staring into a mirror for hours trying to figure out the meaning of life. But trust me, it doesn't have to be that deep. Think of it more like having a chill chat with yourself, like you're catching up with your bestie over a cup of chai. Ask yourself some real talk questions. When do I feel most complex? What situations or thoughts trigger those icky feelings? What's the root of all this? It's like, once you shine a light on those creepy crawlies in the back of your mind, they lose a bit of their power over you. They're not so scary anymore. Think about it like this. Imagine you're afraid of the dark. Every time you walk into a dark room, your heart starts racing. You imagine all sorts of scary things lurking in the shadows. But then you flick on the light switch and bam! The fear disappears because you can see there's nothing actually there. Self-reflection is kind of like that light switch. It illuminates those dark corners of your mind and helps you see that, hey, maybe those negative thoughts aren't as big or as scary as you thought they were. And once you start to understand those triggers, you can start to develop strategies to deal with them head on. It's about recognizing those patterns, those little voices in your head that tell you you're not good enough or that you're going to mess up. Once you can pinpoint those triggers, whether it's a certain person, a stressful situation, or even just a thought pattern, you can start to challenge them. And you know what? It's okay to ask for help with this step. Sometimes talking to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, a therapist, can give you a fresh. Okay, so you've done some soul searching and identified those pesky negative thoughts that fuel your complex. Now it's time for step 2. Challenge those thoughts like a boss. Yeah, you heard me right. Don't let those negative Nancys run wild in your mind, rent-free. It's time to channel your inner superhero and fight back against those self-sabotaging thoughts. How? By questioning their validity. Are those thoughts actually true, or are they just your insecurities trying to hold you back? For example, let's say you catch yourself thinking, "I'm such a failure. I'll never amount to anything." Whoa, hold up, that's some harsh self-talk right there. Time to put on your detective hat and examine the evidence. Have you actually failed at everything you've ever tried? Probably not. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has setbacks. It's part of life, but focusing solely on those perceived failures without acknowledging your accomplishments is like looking at a delicious slice of pizza and only seeing the pepperoni that fell off. So instead of dwelling on the negative, try to counter those thoughts with positive affirmations or evidence of your successes. Remember those times you kicked butt, achieved your goals, and felt amazing about yourself? Yeah, those are the memories you want to focus on. Because guess what? You are awesome. You've come so far, achieved so much, and you're capable of achieving even more. Don't let those negative thoughts dim your shine.
Alright, now that we've tackled those negative thoughts, let's move on to step 3, setting realistic goals and celebrating those small wins like they're the Olympics. Because honestly, every step forward, no matter how small, deserves a victory dance. Often, feeling complex stems from feeling overwhelmed by those big, hairy, audacious goals we set for ourselves. It's like staring up at Mount Everest and wondering how you're ever going to reach the summit. It's enough to make anyone feel inadequate, right? But here's the secret: you don't have to climb Everest in a day. In fact, even the most experienced climbers take it one step at a time. They break down the climb into smaller, more manageable stages, and they celebrate every milestone along the way. And that's exactly what we got to do with our goals, too. Instead of aiming for the impossible right away, let's break those big dreams into bite-sized, achievable steps. Think of it like building a Lego masterpiece. You don't try to assemble the entire thing at once. You start with one brick, then another, until slowly but surely you've created something amazing. And with each brick you lay, with each small step you take towards your goal, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. Celebrate those little victories. Did you finally start that project you've been putting off? High five. Did you stick to your workout routine for a whole week?
All right, moving on to step 4, and this one's super important. Practice self-compassion. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, like hugging yourself in the mirror and whispering sweet nothings. But trust me, it's not as weird as it sounds. Self-compassion is all about treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that you would offer to a close friend. It's about silencing that inner critic, that mean voice in your head that loves to point out your flaws and mistakes. Think about it. If your best friend was feeling down on themselves, would you tell them they're worthless, useless, and incapable of achieving their dreams? Heck no, you'd shower them with love, support, and encouragement, reminding them of all their amazing qualities and reassuring them that everyone makes mistakes. So why not extend that same compassion to yourself? You deserve it just as much as anyone else. It's about acknowledging that you're human, that you're not perfect, and that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's what makes you unique and special. Think of it like this. Imagine your mind is like a garden. Those negative thoughts and self-criticisms are like weeds. They can choke out the beautiful flowers of your self-esteem and confidence if you let them. But self-compassion is like tending to your garden with love and care. It's about pulling out those weeds, nurturing the soil, and creating an environment where your best self can bloom. Next time you catch yourself being overly critical or judgmental of yourself, try this. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and talk to yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a loved one. Remind yourself that you're doing the...
So there you have it, fam. 5 simple yet powerful steps to help you ditch that complex life and embrace a more authentic, joyful, and fulfilling existence. Remember, each of these steps can help you gain confidence, quiet those negative thoughts, and lessen the weight of feeling complex over time. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. And hey, share this video with your friends, family, your pet parrot, anyone who you think could benefit from a little less complexity in their lives. Until next time, stay awesome, stay true to yourselves, and keep shining bright. Peace out.